Hi, good day everyone. This is Dannyokec. Before we proceed into today's gist, we would play a song, and this song is a song that inspired me when things were kind of very difficult. I couldn't pay my staff at one point in my life, and that was where this song came in. Business wasn't going well, lots of crisis ups and downs, and I'll keep praying this song, and I just keep shouting, "Pray if I find my way." Get playing it to one day I discovered that, see, man, you don't just say prayers, you sit down and you think. And I figured out how to act. But then this song was really very helpful then because it brought out an inner strength in me. So I don't know what you're going through, but before we head into the gist today, the gist today is just simply gonna be, you know, you can't please everyone, alright? But before we head into that, let's play this song. Morning, my daddy, I'm living home, going off the city tomorrow. Even though I don't know where to go. Then I said, son, don't be a fool. The same city, it's unbelievable. You could be cuckoo, you want a little boy. You may never find your way. I know I could get lost. I know I could get broken. I know I'm father, but I gotta take a chance. When I'm already gone, so just pray for me, alright, pray I find my way, forgive me, Father, but I have to take a chance. But I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, Father, but I gotta take a chance. One more, when you know the way. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me, man. Nobody prays for you. You sit up and you take those actions. Well, Daddy, how you doing? Hope Mama is doing okay. It's been 4 years and 11 months now. You said to me, and the city is unbeatable. Whoa, we could go in over and over again. This song was a very nice song, sung by Derry Atalade. Pray for me. It's like a scene where he was going to the city and he told his dad that I have to go to the city. I have to make it out as a man, and no matter what it costs, no matter what it takes, I'm gonna, go there and make it. And dad said, son, don't be a fool, man. Life in the city, it's unbelievable. He said, yes, daddy, but I've already gone. Just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Pray I find my path. Pray the best things come to me. Now, this opening scene was basically me years ago when, I practically felt I could please everyone. Like this topic is just talking about you can't please everyone. There was a point in my life where I constantly had this urge to, okay, let me add my noise suppressor. I have this setting that would, helps my, what was it called again? My audio clean and crisp. So let me add a filter so my voice, so my sound can be a bit clearer. So noise suppression. So after that, you likely see what's it called again? Reduction in noise and all that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I had this constant urge to try to like please people, and the real truth is, to an extent, I discovered that humans words and insatiable. That means you cannot really please everyone, no matter how you try. And this is simply why they say if you have all the power, you have all the money, you have everything in your fingerprints, you would not be happy. Happiness is something you choose, for yourself, right? That's why you see some very wealthy people go do drugs, get frustrated, they have everything they are thinking of in life, but they're depressed. Happiness doesn't really come in from, the outside, it comes in from the inside. So this is simply why you see a man. Like, how do I put it to you? Um, happiness is a state of mind, right? And it's basically how you build yourself. Now, you can't actually please everyone because I mean, obviously, you can't. You can't. People can only be happy if they choose to. You should always try to pick up yourself or pick yourself first. Years ago, I had this roller coaster of trying to please everyone and trying to overdo myself. Like even now, the other day I was feeling bad and I was really, really angry at myself. I had seen lots of people complain about some of my services, which they were really, really right. I had shortcomings in so many places and I had a situation problem. For me, I don't really think I used to be hard on myself. I always tell myself, I would so get mad at myself. Then I told myself one day that see, you can't really please everyone, right? I know you're constantly trying to be, the best at what you do, offer the best services, but you can't really please everyone. When I had that crisis years ago that I knew this song, I couldn't pay my workers. Now these were workers that before that crisis, I would constantly check up on them. How are you doing, David? How are you doing, Prince? Have you eaten? Well, take this, this little cash. I would constantly want to keep giving them to. Now, this is not including their salary. Salary before the month runs down, salary is already, paid. Nobody complains for salary. There was a chef, there was, security, there was accommodation. I mean, everybody was living well, constant electricity. I made provision of that. Things became very hard. I couldn't really fund up things anymore. Then I used to be into sports betting, so it was really a roller coaster. From my account to a band. I mean, I was just having sleepless nights. Then you have people who would never really want to believe that something bad happened. They just feel you ate their money, and the social media people, anybody who runs online to say I paid somebody money and the person has duped me. As long as you have screenshot that you sent this person the money, whether the person receives it and after then something bad happened, nobody cares. So it's more like someone says, okay, help me play game on Sportybet or Bet Nigeria. You send money, and then we play and we lost, and you're not any person who lost. The person can just provide where they send you money. Forget it. Social media call to call you a thief. Even if that was the case of gambling and you did your best, but things did not go well. And that was exactly what happened then. I had lots of people tell me um how I was a scammer, I was a thief. It was really very, very painful. It was really very, very painful. Especially when I knew I gave him my whole best and I did everything I could, fight from back to back, send multiple emails, trying to recover those, accounts that were banned, and I'll keep on hearing your violated our terms and terms of condition. I'll be like, what terms? But now I was winning consistent and I had an edge on the house. And how do I really explain to these people? You know, these are people who I would toil day and night for. And when things were going very well, I would see my praises all over social media. I played games, I predicted games, it's apps, it went well, I won. Everybody sang my praises. And it felt like I was pleasing them. But when that period happened, everybody turned against me. It was them rubbishing me online. Then you look at the workers, the same people who I would work for turned against me as well. Sometimes they will come in and they will tell me, oh, this customer is saying we duped him. And I'll be like, but you guys have been seeing our track record. Last 2 weeks, we were doing very well. Our predictions were consistent. We're making so much money in sports betting. So how come now we're not duping people because our predictions is not good? And I started seeing people who I even thought would have my back. They were not. Staff that I was giving money, when things were fluent, when things were good, started telling me how because it was almost a month plus. I couldn't pay for close to a month, almost 2 months salary. I couldn't afford to pay, and that's when some of them took both that was this is like years ago when the song came out. So I took both my generators, my games because I had PlayStations then. It was like a Bet Ninja shop. It took things and it wasn't nice at all, and I felt so much pain at that point. It was more painful because I was looking at the same people whom I would constantly want to know if they're okay, constantly want to know if they've eaten. The same people whom sometimes, like I had betting shops. I had lots of betting shops. Most customers will come in. I will talk to my staffs anyhow. And I will step up. You're not expecting me, the boss, to support customer and shout on the staff. No, I would even calm the customer down, try to talk sense to him, while I'll still be peaceful to this. So that my staff would be wrong, I would still want to, just boost off their self esteem. So I was doing everything I could. I think I was a pleaser. I was a people pleaser who would always want to please everyone. If somebody comes up and calls me name, let's say like if it was then somebody did a business with me, maybe something wrong happened, they come in, name thief, hey, I'll come online and I want to please everyone. I want to let everybody know this is the record, this is the deal does. I am 100% genuine, I'm not a scam. Not until one day I started making research on billionaires because I have this fascination with billionaires. How did you say no billionaire get good name? Oh? But no successful person has good name. And let me explain. You can't please everybody. That's today's topic, right? Let me explain. Bill Gates is being called Illuminati. They said he has the biggest charity in the world, which is true. But somehow they tell you that, he's the Antichrist and he was the one who brought COVID-19. How on earth did anybody come up with such a wicked thing? Somebody who has the biggest. I now want to be charitable, but I don't say nothing what I do if you reach Bill Gates own. Bill Gates has given out billions of dollars in charity. He has funded lots of UNICEF projects. He has cared for lots of sick people. This thing will be say if person post Lexus or Benz for social media, they'll say how many people you don't help. Bill Gates has helped billions of people, not millions. So billions. That guy has given billions of dollars that has saved billions of lives. But yet still, they are tying him to COVID-19. He's an Illuminati, he's a bad person. I mean, this guy has not really done anything, plain anybody can say, but they hate him. Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, you hear how he forces his worker to work. What are they employed for? They say he gives them harsh working conditions. We all know that people love lazing about. You're not a business owner, you never know. Your workers don't want to work, you just want to get paid. That's why everybody's looking for empower. If they can just sit down and hold them pay them. They say now money they find no be work. You see a girl on the street, she tells you she's broke, she wants to make her hash. Ask tell her to come and work for you. She'll tell you no, Oga. I thought you wanted to carry me for the night. Everybody just wants easy money. Right? So then you see people insulting Jeff Bezos for putting so much effort on his staffs to work hard. Now, what about other companies that don't put what is it called again? Effort on their staff? Are they the world best? No. Amazon is one of the best in the world because they put in a whole lot of effort to make sure everything is done properly. They want to make sure everybody is giving in their best. Other companies I want to be nice, I want to treat other workers nice. So how far them? They're not even close to Amazon. Then you now talk about I think the list goes on. Or is it the one that they insult Facebook off to Mark Zuckerberg? They tell you how he steals people's details. They try to create conspiracy theory. Or is it the one you talk about? I think there was this guy I've been following. His name is Vietnam Media. I've followed lots of successful people. On social media, yeah, there was a point Danlock was a thing. Danlock was this guy who is his name is Daniel, which is Danlock. So like my namesake. He gives out this Bentley. Is it advice from boss on a Bentley, something like that? And I check comments. People are calling Dan and lots of names. You see that they tell you you're raping people, you're killing people, you're stressing. See, in Africa, if you're rich, you're successful, you're a ritualist. If you're not a ritualist, if you're young, you're a Yahoo boy. If you're a woman, you're an Ashao or you're on scale. Like people don't even just say anything good. So the real truth is you can't even please them. I said maybe you just want to live a horrible life because I mean people only the only time people will not say something bad about you is if you're a destitute. Have you seen a homeless person? That idiot on the road that sorry, nobody's an idiot. That madman on the road that is lying down on the road under the bridge. She as he pass they pass and go straight. They even look at 2 times. Thank you, that's a destitute. If someone say parks a Lamborghini now, comes out from his Lamborghini, takes it out, he says, look at him, douchebag. So the only time people talk about is when you're a destitute. And that period, my staffs, most of them resigned, business closed. I mean, sometimes, like one met me, he's been messaging me for the past how many days. Met me one time in Abuja. He keeps telling me, "Will you ever forgive me?" And I said, I'm not angry at you." He said, "Because I don't take it." So, what are we there to talk? I was doing very well. Business was doing very well. You guys were all enjoying. Hardship came in. You resigned. You took some of my properties. You guys were doing zobu zobu. Right? We are writing over me. Somebody who has always taken care of you people because we in business don't shake, breeze don't blow, all of them don't turn against me. So what happened? I sold what I could sell, borrow money from people I could borrow. It was really, really bad up here, but I offsetted those bills, right? And what happened after that? Easy go. I still went back to the sports betting business, opened even more shops. I learned so much from my lessons. I even wondered, like back then, I remember when what used to render used to be 1960 bet or thereabout. Yeah, I think it was 1960 bets. And there I would let this staff, sometimes they'll run into losses, they'll play virtual. Virtual used to be a thing then, and color. And they'll play these things and they'll run me into losses. I'll look for money to start replacing the games, my cashier. So one of my cashier lost over 160,000 naira back then. And I almost arrested him, but he cried and begged. He said he had figured out a particular formula in virtual football. He was making like 2K every day. He showed me and that was true, and I allowed him go. And that was the person who I allowed to go with 160K losses when he lost. Was the one self who was even saying, say, like say, with the talk calmly. When we start and everywhere, everybody go know. And I'm not wondering somebody whom I should have arrested who was crying and kata was coming out from his nose when he was almost arrested, begging and lying down. The police officers were like, "Let's take him to the station." The way the boy cried, I just said, "No, let him go." That losses was was not that easy then, because then I think I was still coming up in business, and it was not really easy to just chest for something that, it was an employee that I lost, but I chested it. And when I now saw that same person give me attitude, I want to understand the the police person. I started thinking of how I would always, sometimes I would go out, because I have this staff quarter where my staff they stay, like all my staff who works in the company, they have this little staff quarter. I'll go out, I'll go to the supermarket, I'll buy extra bread, I'll buy provision. I take them as my family. When he read for me, God, it wasn't really easy. Oh. I look back at this song anytime, man, because that period I would just go quiet. That was the point I left the office, man, because it became so hard. Why it became so hard was, staff, they started misbehaving. When they come in, like they were just acting. The thing, I think I was too nice while I was coming up. I was trying to please everybody. I was too nice. I wasn't harsh. Now, blunt as hell. People tell me arrogant. Yes, arrogant is a compliment for me now, because coming from who I used to be, that was I couldn't say no to anybody. If you tell me anything, I'll say yes. Anything, say yes. Small thing, I don't they cry. Who go fit post me now for CNN right now? I'ma show you example. I go dey hold my blunt, that my all this my blunt. I hold am like this, pop up a bottle of champagne, laugh, continue my business. I don't give a damn anymore. The only thing is, did I wrong you? If I wronged you, I'll say please, I'm really sorry, but I'm not gonna go straight to please you. Right? Back then I want to do everything to really let you know how this. Come and explain. Come and follow up. Come and try to make peace. Who has the time for that thing? How many years do I get to live for it? Do the few times I don't chase the things I can chase. If anybody feels they have a bad experience with me, fine, But the thing I learned not to do was to overstress myself. See, you can't please everyone no matter how you try, right? So if you're into business space, if you have issues with your customers, try as much as possible to resolve issues with them. But don't displease yourself for anybody at all. I will never in my life make that mistake again today. You see, the few days that I took days off, was it when that fake kidnap case happened? That thing taught me a lesson. For almost how many days I was stressed like hell, thinking someone has been kidnapped, or what if she is dead? Only for her to say that she was catching cruise with me. Now imagine I was this heartless guy who just called his lawyer, called the police, and allowed things to go. Probably keep sipping up my blunt while working and doing all my project that people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for, and keep making my money. I allowed my good heart to hold me down. So if I'm being mean, or if I'm being so arrogant, now man, it's a compliment. It's a who should be the arrogant? No be prince, no be king, arrogant prince, arrogant king. It's a good trait. The nicest person on earth is a poor man. A poor man is everybody's friend. I got good afternoon. He's looking for if you give him 1 naira. Maybe if you give him 2K, may go chop. When you have money, you should be arrogant. Don't take shit. As I did so right now, that I'm working my ass off. I know I can't really finish up every single thing I do, but I keep trying. Now, each time I over try to please people, like I said, there is insatiable. You will never be able to please them. When I was coming up, I did medicine and surgery. I did everything I could. I wanted to be into the medicine. You guys have read my profile. I tried doing medicine. It don't enter my head. Go school, or if school I've attended, they'll tell you that guy is dumb as hell. That's one of my classmates then that told me, "Are you kidding me? You, Dan, you. How you carry be programmer? You 1,000 million they enter in head." And I looked at it, that's okay. That's okay. Carry TypeScript come and knock better bot for you, knock better algorithm for you. But I was trying to please my mom. She wanted me to be a doctor. She bought me a lab coat, bought me a nurse outfit. My mom takes picture of me when I was little, 16, 17 years. She was bragging to everybody my son is going to be a doctor. you know when the first time I was ever very very little, my parents wanted to fly out, was abroad. I can remember then when my mom struggled that period, as little as I was, forced me that, yeah, man, go study. They do papers from up and say, man, study me. I dey look this medicine, I know the thing dey enter my head, right? It wasn't entering. I can't dey close to people wey dey cram chemistry and biology. I can't dey feel like say I know dey smart, because I wanted to please mommy. Wasted the years of my life. I was really happy she remarried. It was when she now got married to another man, and then the idiot wasn't happy with me, so he chased me out of the house. I went to school, became a software programmer. Now one of the best software programmers in Nigeria. Just imagine I keep pleasing my mom. By now I should be in one hospital by now, looking for, madam, this is your malaria medicine. We'll give you two in the morning, two in the afternoon, two in the night. So basically, just for you to chase your own dreams. Don't try to please any damn person. Nobody. Don't even, as I am right now. If you see the kind of life that I live a life where the only person who comes first is me, then me again before another person. Because I've really learned that, see, three positions when you feel you need people, they will never be there. First one, when you're about to die. At that point, when you're in the hospital, or when you're in a critical position, you want to give up. Sorry, you want to give up. Nobody will come in. Second one, jail. if mistakenly you commit crime now, they say they sentence you for 10 years. Like there you go, no say everybody think say you get, nobody go gree one follow you go that jail for 10 years. Are you beginning to catch up? Which one again? Okay, sick bed self is even nice. Three, when you're financially down. Although when you're financially down, you still have people. That's why I keep telling anybody. If you see somebody who is there for you when you're down financially or health wise or emotionally, hold them strong. Oh. Because this world, everybody cares about themselves. So if you ever see anybody who tries to care about you, but no matter how, at the point everybody picks themselves, right? Everybody's gonna pick themselves. Everybody's gonna pick themselves. Huge part of the world is selfish. So make sure you always try to please yourself. That year ended. I see most of those my staffs now. Most of them they can't even talk to me because I mean they fucked up, right? But it was a lesson. A lesson that I did not even learn anything from because I kept being nice. I think they still did me that thing like two, three times more. Even last 2 years. But now, man, nobody messes with me now because I put myself first. No, I lie you. Shit, I wish they were kids. That means say they kidnap am. I hope in my life, in 2, 3 years from now, I'll be cold as hell. My dad used to be so cold that okay, we're five in a family. The last born died. He's the younger version of me. When you see him, you just instantly see my younger version. Like I wish I had pictures of him, but it's late, so I don't want to post any of his pictures. And what happened was I was in Lagos. He was supposed to come see me then. So he was making plans to come see me. We're actually talking like we'd see, let's say this month. Then I think something came up. I can't recall. He said he wants to write some papers for some of his exams before coming to stay with me in Lagos. This guy is like we are like three boys, two girls. This guy was like, which is the youngest one. He was like a close replica of me. And one day I had been called on phone to say, to hear that he's dead. When I had it, then I couldn't concentrate. At first, I felt so bad because I wish he had come earlier. I think I really felt bad at that point. I wish he had come earlier. I wish I had like it was really. I don't want to go back to that scene, right? But within that period, I learned something. My dad was quite stoned. That when my younger brother died that period, they called him on phone and they told him he should come to the hospital. He didn't go. He told them he can't go at night. That he has. God forgive me. Okay, Chiku. That he had eye, but that's the truth. He has eye issues. He can't see at night. So he said he doesn't want to drive at night and run into an accident. And then he will make it to the location. And that was it. No, we hated him so much. Every single one of us hated him, eh? Hey God, I in person had a strong because they always they fight up and down. I had a strong conversation with him. I said, so when you are around and you didn't even go to the hospital, he said night. He said he can't go to the hospital. Ah, but I mean, I don't know, Sha, but I think I would like to put myself first, no matter what, because then I hated him on that particular aspect. But looking at it, what if he was coming on the road and something happened to him? So I don't know how to put it, man. He's a very mean person, so to an extent, he's about mean. But I mean, if what happened to kids had happened to him, hey, Chineke, okay, hey, my dad, I don't think he would even bother himself. Okay? He will just tell the kidnappers that you're not ready to put that video call on disturb me, and he will just go. I don't know how he does it, but there's something I noticed about Jin. I'm slowly getting like to be like my dad a bit, even if I hated certain things, especially picking himself first. He picks himself first all the time. He doesn't care about anybody. When I mean someone is so selfish, I feel like the word selfish. And I think that is a good thing. Coming up, I felt it was nice to be selfless. Not until I understood that you be selfless to people and at the end of the whole day they don't even remember. If you even talk, they'll tell you, wait, what did you do for me? Is it because he did this? Is it because he did that? What did you do for me? What did you never do for person? You're gonna see somebody whom you starved so he could eat, tell you the food you even starved and you gave him to eat had no salt, had no pepper, had no maggi. That's really letting you know he was not even appreciative that he even had to eat it. You're not seeing one person forming royal prince or royal princess, telling you the food you gave him wasn't up to his standard. This is somebody you sacrificed your lunch for. So right now, I've learned even with this last incident to put myself first. I've learned that I can't please people. I've learned that people would always say stuff about me, and I should always bring my happiness first. I've learned I can't be responsible for people's happiness. Like I was sick 2 days ago. I had to take malaria medicine. It's still here. This is the malaria medicine. I think it's called an Quick or something something. Yeah, Quick. This is it. I took these drugs the other day, and for like I had like 2 days. So for that 2 days I couldn't walk. Funny enough, I had these drugs Tuesday, okay, Monday and Tuesday. This was almost when I had a deadline on, Wednesday, and I was critically down. I told myself that I'm going to try and walk the one I can walk, and when I cannot walk, I'll rest, because I swear to God, if I did walk, break down from there, I can't get hospitalized. Maybe normally I should just take these drugs now and go and relax, right? Right. But I now choose to overwork myself. If I overwork myself and break down, the same people that I'm actually overworking myself to please will be the one to say, before you broke down, the one you did not finish it. I mean, people don't even care. So what I have learned to do is to pick up my interest, provide a good service, apologize to customers. Like I said last time, your business is your number one priority, right? Learn how to build it, right? Build your business uprightly, build it up, let it keep on having so many branches as much as possible. But while doing that, make sure you don't compromise your happiness and yourself for anyone. Don't, because someone wants to pay you money, you start being so foolish, or you start letting someone control you. Don't, because, like, I tell people, the best thing that can happen to you is to be blunt and, never giving a damn, right? I don't know how to explain it, but that is the best life principle in life. Learn how to never give a damn. I've learned how to never give a damn. I've learned how to not explain, but just let certain things pass. There's some things you get to give replies, but not every single thing, what's it called again? Take replies, right? Some things you just ignore. And you keep doing your best. Like before, I used to be so eager to what people say about me, what people post about me. Hey, they say I did this one, they say I did that one. Not until one time I started checking other people. I said, maybe the world is not just about me. Maybe I keep seeing myself as a bad person. Like if I said I'm going to finish something by Tuesday morning, and maybe on Tuesday morning something happened. Funny enough, I often have very crazy life events. I feel I do like this and they work. Now in punch, I want the punch. God, I want the punch. I'm walking, I'm running to the bathroom. Why? Why should I get? So this kind of things happen, right? So I won't really enjoy it, and I'm sweating, and I'm trying to walk. And at the end of the whole day, no, 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 no. If it means I have to go there, let me go there and ease myself. So I won't really put myself in any position where I'll be stressed out anymore. Because what really makes the money is your brain. And the only way you can actually make the money with your brain is if you have sanity, like calmness, stability. This is why if you're emotionally unstable, if you just broke up with somebody, you're having problems with your wife in your home, you're having tension, you're flopping your landlord. If one thing is bothering you or someone insulted, you can't function. You won't be able to think straight. You'll be making lots of mistakes. So I don't let things bother me. I don't let things bother me at all. Anybody that looks like they want to give me stress, get that before you say it again. I'm kicking you out of my life, because I will never let anybody make me think. No, you won't do it. I won't give it opportunity. Because if you make me think and it affects me, or it blows my head, or it turns my head upside down, you will leave me and you will go. You look for the next person. So why should I let anybody have that effort? What's it called again? The only thing you should do is complain. Like what I've learned to do is, if I have an issue with you, oh, I'm really sorry. You said you have an issue with so and so product or service. Okay, please reach out to me. I'm not going to be able to do it now, but let's say by a week from now, I will try my whole possible best. Please try and keep in touch with me. You're not telling me, I know, no, no, I don't, a week, 24 hours now, I'll publish you everywhere. I'll send you data. I'll go and publish me everywhere. And when you're done, you come back. That's 1 week I told you. I thought I would do. Want to take me to court? Take me to court. Your Majesty, this is time I'm going to execute this. Currently I have to put myself first. I'm not strong enough to do this. I have to put my whole mental health into doing this, and I'm going to do this particular time. And that's when I'm going to do it. If you want to do anything, you want to kill yourself, kill yourself. It doesn't concern me. When I can do it, I'll do it. Because I end up putting people's opinion, people's feelings first. Sometimes, sacrifice almost everything I can, and at the end of the whole day, they still insult me. Okay, like there was a point where that was sports betting. Okay, I had this software that was betting automatically for people, and then it ran into losses. Some of the games started going, the opposite, and people had lost money. I think total losses was around 13 million or thereabout. I had to use my account to start funding people bit by bit, bit by bit. I was even thinking when I refund them, they would even tell me, "Oh, thank you." They're sounding like it's their money. I'm like, okay. The agreement was I'll play games for you. It's 50-50. If anything happens, you take the losses. But because it's for my software, even if I know legally, I've told you that the software cannot be 100% accurate at all times. But I still informed you. But somehow I still find way to, want to give you back your money. And I refunded your money back. Nobody even did. And never for, in fact, if I even see where people who later on in life, I said, no, agreement is agreement. Oh. If I told you I'm not going to refund you losses, I won't. Because this is 50-50. If the money, if the money comes true, My commission is my commission. If we agree you're going to pay me 20% of profit, you will. And I also tell you if I will do the algorithm, I will use my whole resources, my whole bot, model the whole best predictions I can. No, it's more like a contract. It's there on the T and T accepted it. So it was later on that discovered that, oh man, you have to stick to those agreements. Oh. You don't make money being nice. If you want to be nice, why don't you go to the market, buy things and sell it at the same price you bought it? And you're a nice guy. Or when you have a POS business, go and withdraw and exchange at the same rates and have zero profit. Everybody's in this life to profit. Every damn person is in this life for their own selfish interest. So, man, then I started keeping up to it. And you would say it's people who made losses come back to eat me or to shout. But did I gain? Did I also have I done bad? No, I have not done bad because I mean I only do bad if I did not state it. Like I always say, if I don't tell you the chances of things before you enter, fine, take me to court, you win me. But if I open my mouth, tell you say make carry me go court, just no say I don't really tell you up front, and I won't even bother with you. Like before now, when someone post me on now, now go online and say, oh no, our terms and there was even a time somebody because the the way the platform works is when you register, it sends you terms and conditions immediately to your email, right now. But what caused it was because before the terms and condition was on the website, so you read it, right? Now you cannot register before reading those terms and conditions or before accepting. So most people will just say I accept and I have read, even if they have not read. So there was this guy one time that came on board. That was on the sports betting. I think this was around, was it 2020? This guy was from Benin. He came around, he signed up. Okay, he signed up, he made payments. We had already started up the whole process. That was like a server based, auto trading. We had already started. We told him, okay, it's gonna take some time. We should give it like process. We'll get back to him once everything is fully set up. We had already proceeded. Just like the other day, you guys saw me when I bought a VPS and the rest. Now you make payments. We've already moved on to start implementing what you paid for. He now said he doesn't want to do it again. That he wants his money, he wants it complete. So he's gonna pay for the VPS or more. Like I paid $60 the other day for Frank's VPS. $60 in Naira is like 40k or 50k or thereabouts. So I will not be the one to chest it because you get mental problem. You say you want to, no one can do it again. Then I will not take the losses because of your unstable decision. But let him know that the terms and conditions says once we have started, we cannot move on. Now this is what I tell you. The guy, I don't know if he thinks, some people they behave like demigod. That's why I started getting to understand that it was practically because I was living a very simple life. Like I'll just come on social media. I don't get to like show off. I don't get to talk much. It's just me and my computer telling you what I know as a software programmer. Anything has to do with my other personal life. I don't even show my personal life before now. So probably they were thinking I wasn't worth a thing. You understand? Some people just see and this guy, you go man, you go crush me. Now you don't. Now when you want start, you go no. You know, supposed the person this is the talk so nice, fucking educated to a very great extent, enlightened as well. You will now see how easy it is to scratch me since maybe me being simple, coming online to laugh or to post educational stuff means I'm a nobody. Oh man, the next thing when this guy started threatening, started issuing threats that is going to that is going to press charges. It's going to freeze company's account. It's going to lock me up. I said lock me up, okay. I sat down for years, drafted that model, wrote prediction software, wrote automated betting. You paid for automated betting. It's here on the terms and conditions. This thing takes time. It's a non-refundable, process. You start it, we'll buy servers, we'll set it up for you, we'll get the betting account for this. These are not things that can easily reverse, right? The VPS, once you've bought it, even if you want it to be reversed, you have to tell the company, okay, I bought so and so VPS, and then maybe if they accept, because most times they won't even give you a refund, like they submitted or they supplied a good service to you. Is our VPS having problem? No. Is there anything bad with the service? No. You want to now have a refund because they've changed their mind. Not every service would listen. Now let's assume it happens. You get a refund for the VPS. Then we're funded the betting account. You can't fund a betting account and withdraw without placing bet. So that means you have to place 50-50. If you win, fine. If you don't win, fine. But let's say you place the bet and you won. So then you won that you can now withdraw the whole money. Back. That means you can now withdraw the money from the sports betting, take from VPS and refund the person. So you see that in a nutshell, you have to get a refund from the VPS server and from the sports betting platform. So the process is too long, and we just told customers that see, if you're entering this thing, there's no refund because nobody has time to start following up all this, people telling them for just do it when you know you're decisive and you're willing to take the risk. The way you place games and you hope for the best. But I don't know. This guy said he works with is it NIMS? Nigeria Interbank Settlement something something. He say he works with them. He has access to database. He's going to freeze my whole BVN. And I tell this guy, you talking to a child. You know when person go they talk like say they follow one low life, like one guy you don't even get level they talk. Like what those small people wey dey dey online they do open investment. You're talking to somebody who has a company registered online, has a physical office in Port Harcourt, has staff that he pays salary, have a workforce, a team, has a lawyer. Like this is a full-fledged company, you know. Which one be say they work, you go for my beef and call, you come face me, lock me up, put me for jail. Like if we have a case, you can actually sue us for damages, sue us for breach of contract. This is you pay to a company, and they try to definitely talk to the guy. You know, as usual na Nigerians, if you be like say one person they try explain, that person go dey feel like say who they explain they fear. So nowadays if you just start talking too much, I'll just send you address to company, then you should send your lawyers. You say I'll say yes, so it has escalated because I'm talking, you're talking. It's not as if we're having arguments, and I'm not somebody who likes argument. My peace of mind comes first. So let lawyers do it. It's their job. I won't pay them and still be stressing myself explaining things or arguing things. So back then I was trying to, it wasn't even me chatting. It was one of my staff, Emmanuel, who was trying to put him in place. Tell him that sir, this is it, this is it. Oh man, this guy no agree. 2 days later, I had gotten like a report that someone had lodged like a court order, and not even a court order, a court filing to freeze the company account. And funny enough, who did this, like, which is the nonsense guy, he feels like a demigod. He's been following me up on Instagram. He didn't even chat. Okay, he chatted me once and told me he said this is the word. He said, I made payments to your company account, and the moment I made payments, they moved the money. That he has access to see how people move money from their account. I said, what did you pay for? He said sports. I said, okay, you paid for them to bet for you, for them to take your money, put it in a sports betting account, set up automated sports betting on a VPS. Are you expecting the money to sleep in the sports in the company's account, or are you expecting that money to move in to start the? It's more like you paid for something. And how would you even be going through our company's transaction? He said after he paid, that we've been doing lots of transactions. When that money comes in, I said the account he paid for was account for setting up servers. It's just like anybody pays right now to set up a live streaming app. You paid, then immediately we took out money, found cheaper cash, bought a VPS for you, downloaded some song, did OBS, and then you're not telling us that why did the money leave our company? Like when people are power drunk, maybe he has little connection to know people's transaction within the account. He now feels he's one god, and then he said he works with names. I said that I thought you paid for something, they proceeded the order for them to even remove the money immediately to start process. You know that something is in processing. He said he doesn't want to do it again. I said you don't want to do it again. Why? He said he doesn't feel cool with it. That he has seen some people, they're calling us names. They said they play games, they lost money. I said the honest truth is we still have positive testimonials. People who have said this whole thing pays. Evidence to even show. Some people they don't even give us money. They use the software. As the software say play this one, they play, and play that one, they play. And we have both positive and negative review. Every app on App Store, whether Facebook, Instagram. Some people will tell you my banking app I cannot log in again. This bank is a thief. People emotionally talk. If somebody goes to the ATM, withdraws money, dispenses him, he will call the bank a thief. You will not ask me how is if he's a bank manager or if he's a bank staff that stood there to steal his ATM card or chooses to debit him without dispensing. So sometimes there are hiccups. You can't actually please every customer, and people have different expectations. Your friend can come in January, he made profit from betting. February he did. March he did, and you now saw him. April you now put your head. Maybe that April was when Arsenal something happened, or one team we all had hopes on got our ticket, or if it's for virtual football, maybe something bad happened. We did not lose. Sorry, we did not win. We not made losses. You not come in and say my friend won more, January, February, March. How come I'm losing? I want my money back. So those things don't work that way. And people once they now hear that there's no refund, and they were not the ones who went to play the game by themselves. They come online to call you names, call you thief. And sometimes before then I will go and look for betting history. I was okay. So and so game were bet on, so and so game were bet on. Please, CCC. They will sit there, you go a thief. You thief my 100,000, you thief my 200, you thief my 50. This is a transfer a receipt. I sent money to you. Okay, but you sent the money now. The game cut. They will never add those ones to the chat. They will just. And funny enough, I'm very good in replying. So it was later I just learned how to ignore. Then I'll keep replying every day. Then another quite was childish. I'll keep explaining to you the same thing every day. You now start telling me you're giving me 3 days or giving me 2 days. We'll now start going back and front. I'll tell you, why don't you meet your lawyer? You not tell me, don't worry, I'll do this one to you, I'll do that one to you. Oh, Benny, nobody have time for that one again. Tell you say this is B. If you don't want to be, go to court. Lawyers will go and follow you up. I don't have strength. The most important thing is I would give you that respect to explain things, to let you know how it worked. You feel your head is hot, I mean, I won't really let you spoil my mood because that is what gives me money. Happiness. I spend money to be happy. I take champagnes. I spend so much to make sure I'm conditioned to be happy, so I can sit down and create the best software. Now want to now rub me off your negativity. I won't even listen to you. So, but then this guy had people explain to him. But when he messaged me on Instagram, I was trying to calm him down. He told me, don't worry, we shall see. That was the last thing he told me. And that was a very powerful word anyway. I read it for 8 lots of power. So I said, ah. I said, who is this one? I said, okay. I said, me, I get terms and conditions. And part of those terms and conditions says it takes time. Maximum of 22 hours. I don't know. So when the court someone came in and we followed up the thing in court, for fast forward, we went to court. They brought terms and conditions. He said he did not see it. This guy said he did not read terms and conditions, that he don't know where that one is. Oh, that something that stays on the website before you even register. He said it's a lie. Oh, that thing was one any hard document. He doesn't know where we posted it. And now have to go extra mile. We now have to now prove to the court, show the court, because the way Linux system works is if the terms and condition is uploaded and so on and so forth, as long as you have not modified, the timestamp shows that this was when it was uploaded or this was when it was last modified. Those metadata were there. Went to Wayback Machine. Wayback Machine is like something that indexes websites. The terms and condition has always been there on the website. You cannot proceed to registration without that terms and condition. The Wayback Machine showed that, and that was how we proceeded. The guy dragged, but at the end of the whole day, court struck out the case and he lost. After that, and I said, wait, oh, this guy wanted to play a fast one. He said he did not see my terms and condition. Then that thing that made me go online, use Google Workspace. As I am, I don't even send emails to people. I use Google. Like, if you come to the website to register, Google Workspace will send you the email. In case tomorrow you go and claim you didn't get an email at all, I'll just log into that Google and say this email came from a Google. So you don't even think it was from our server. We fabricated anything to come directly from Google. That was a recent case I had as well. The guy signed up. Okay, he signed up. He went through the course and was making money from the AdSense. And then all of a sudden, he started telling me. He started sharing his login details. I know there's some tutorials, and I met him and I said, why should you share this login details with people? You're actually reselling the login details with people. And then I discovered that there was a flaw in my system. The flaw was multiple people could log in. So if you have your username and password, you can share it to 200 people. Those 200 people will log in with your username and password. And this guy had started selling. Then I did a patch and I updated a patch and then I closed that loophole. So it's only one person. If one person logs in, if another person logs in to log the other person out. And I came in a message and said he can't log in. That he can't access his account. I said you can. You log in so and so time, with this device. He said but now when he logs in after a while to log out, I said it's a lie. I said I've been seeing all your user agents because we have a log. You will log in with an Infinix, the next thing is an iPhone, the next thing is a Samsung, the next thing is an iPhone. That is either you're using multiple mobile phones. But if that's the case, you should be able to log into one and stream the tutorials. You don't have to log into so many devices at the same time. He said, but he has given the access to lots of people and they're helping him to code it. That he has a what is it called? How did he even tell me that rubbish English? And like he had people who were helping him code it. I said all they need to do is to watch the tutorial once, but it's different. I mean, new devices are always logging in all the time, from different sources. And I said, okay, you know what? This is what it is. You cannot share your login details with anyone. It has to be like this. He said, no, that is his login details. He can do whatever he wants with it. I said, according to the terms and condition, you cannot. He said, I said, you know what? I've noticed you share your login details. This was where you posted. You have login details to Dannyokec Essence course. People should reach out to you. They should pay. I think he was charging $200. That they should pay $200. We give them login details. Then when you not pay $200, he gives you his own login details. And I said, oh, he said, however he chooses to do his login details is up to him. If I don't like it, I should refund him back his money. I said, even though I had informed you on the terms and condition that sharing of login details is not acceptable, he said, I said, it seems you think you have the upper edge, yeah. Like you're actually admitting right now you sell my courses and you're even telling me, and I blocked him. I say blocked him. I redo his access. I limited him. Now I was even thinking he would come back with an apology. He didn't. He told me he's giving me so many hours to refund this money now. Else I'm going to hear from his lawyer. I say you've not even read the terms and condition that is binding the two of us on this course, this tutor stroke scholar, what's it called again? Membership. And you're telling me you call your lawyer. I say it's like you guys threaten people all the time, Sha. Maybe you threaten people who are not that educated, who don't do their due diligence. So I mean that came out from a case years ago and I had even made an extra update. You register it, sends it to your email, sends it to even SMS. There is a metadata to so that show that the day you registered, SMS was sent to you, email was sent to you. And I mean one carry play. I didn't even bother arguing with him. So I allowed him, and I waited. After like 2 weeks, we had gotten like a court order at the office. I say court order, a file at the office. I said, okay, no problem. We went to meet him. He said he did not get the email address. He did not get the email. We had to come online and say, your lordship, oh, when you register on our website, it sends you this email. This is the code. It's from this email you can do this. He said, our guy said he did not get it. I said, okay. Your lordship, what we'll do now at this case is we're going to prove beyond all reasonable doubt. It is now left for him to, disprove, right? So we opened up our Google Workspace. One of his lawyer quickly said that any lawyer, any email they send, they can fabricate the email from our system. Like, since the server belongs to us, we can actually create fake logs to show that we sent an email to the client, even if we didn't. They were even suing for, was it 10 million the fool was suing for? 10 million for a breach of contract, that he has the right to sell. Some people they make trouble when they don't even get sense. That he has the right to sell or resell his login details if he pleases to. And then there was no forgot password. It's not like now we're working on forgot password. There was no even change password. So any password you use in registering a Renaps account is the password you use forever. So it's not like you can even resell to somebody and the person can change it. No. If you resell that course to somebody, the person will keep using that, username and password for life. Except the person wants to now reset to another person. But I will keep seeing hundreds of people log into that particular, account. And I went to court. We had our own fair game. He said he did not get anything. They said, okay, how did you pass this stage if you did not get anything? He said the thing just unlocked. We had to prove it's not possible. We had to go through, bring up our Google Workspace. We showed the whole world that, see, this email was actually sent to you. So do you want us to write to Google? I said, no problem. Your Honor, I would subpoena. We'll write to Google. We'll see if Google can validate that this email was sent from their server, even if the whole information is here or is in Google Workspace. So we can actually get an essay. We can actually write to them to supplement it. And the guy's email was a Gmail account. We would also write to them to know if the recipient had received the email. And then if Google honors that thing, that he will have to pay us 100 million naira in damages. That, no, yeah, 100 million. That was what my lawyer did. My lawyer said this time around he go pay us times 10. And then we subpoenaed. The moment he saw the move, it seems his lawyer was one who told him to delete it, because I had told him, have you forgotten you signed up on the TNT? This is this. He said that one concern me. So I think maybe his lawyer went back, maybe saw the website, saw the TNC, tried to register, figured out that an email will be sent to you, but they don't really start to make trouble, or they felt I was dumb, and so they wanted to like try their luck. And then when I talked about email was sent to you, they said no email was ever sent to them. And now they now saw that we're not going as far as to involve Google, since we use Google Workspace, not even our own local server, and it was also sent to a Google email, so the Google would also attest the delivery. Idiot hand stuff. I just told him that, see, I don't want to even make trouble to you. Because I want to make trouble with you, I go drag you, Now I see the idiots come online every single day. Tell people not to buy my courses. That, yeah, if you buy my courses, you cannot share you cannot share the courses with your loved ones. And then if you do so, then okay, will block you and take your money and tell you to call your lawyers. And then he has fancy lawyers who will come media and make you look stupid. And I'm like looking at him. I say, oh, so I now make people look stupid. The same you who I was explaining to. When I was trying to do to, as well, I was trying to please you. So as if I was tickling your fancy, you were telling me I'll see, I'll see, I'll see, I'll see. Oh, so now I'm not the one. See, at the end of the whole day, if there was anything I really learned, it was to put myself first, never try to please anyone, because I'm really happy as well. I'm happy I closed that account. Even when I did that, one of my friend that came around was like, "This guy really make trouble. Why don't you just let him sell the course? You see, sell to lots of people." I said, "Is that not stupidity? Like, he knows he's reselling my course, and I've even told him that it's against my rule, and he's still arguing with me that he's going to deal with me. I'm going to pay through. That if I ever dare tap out his account, that he's going to sue me. Like, even though he knows it's against my rule. That if you let someone like this have his way, you can't keep letting people have their way. You know, fucking with you, and you expect to be called a man, man. You have to actually step up, and even if it costs me a whole lot, man, I rather keep up that, that what's it called again, that bridge, to let everybody know that, see, you can't mess around with me. I'll pick myself first, and I'll do what I have to do to uphold myself first. You can't come and stress me in any way, right? So I think all he does right now is to show people the receipt of how he paid, and tell them not to. And then when you ask him if he can explain more, he just tell you he has advised you. He did it still. There was one that sent me an email. And the person said he saw this thing. I just forwarded the court case to the guy. I said, can you see? This guy sued us to court. Oh, this was where he lost the case. So that he was reselling our course. But he's not going to ever mention that one. There's another guy who goes about still selling the same course. The same thing. The moment you have one unpleasant this thing and you show them that you're a real man and you tell them that, see, I go block you, go court, I dey wait for you there. They either come on social media and tell you half of the story. And social media people now. The thing is, can you just provide the payment screenshot? That is all. They don't want to even know the other thing that happened. You just hear sending back his money. They don't want to even know if okay. It's more of there was this business back then. One of my uncle used to do. It was basically shipping. He was helping people to like shipping things, right? So he would shipping goods with his own money most times, and people would balance him. Let me tell you how he went bankrupt. He will be shipping. Sometimes he has. I think he built connections with people that he will start shipping on credit. Yeah, there was this point he was shipping. I don't know if he did not do insurance or he was asking the person to do insurance and the person did not do insurance. I can't remember how he said the story, but there was no insurance on that particular shipment. And then I think they lost some cargoes on the ship because there was no insurance on that particular cargo. I don't know how he put it, but he couldn't get like insurance. That I don't know how they do it. I've not really put my whole head in that insurance side, but then the goose went. My uncle met the guy and told him, okay, fine. I helped you ship this goods. He told me you're going to pay me if it lands. See. I told you should, insure it. He said we should just do that. I've been doing it before. That see. I want, my money back because I mean, you're supposed to pay me. I'm supposed to ship these goods. Then if you choose not to do insurance, fine. If anything happens to your goods, I mean, I followed your instructions, but now I use my money to do it. And that was it. The guy didn't say hell. He ignored my uncle. And not my uncle involved. He was actually a big man anyway. My uncle did everything he could, and the money left. That thing almost dragged him back to zero. And if you ever listen to him, he will always tell you how anytime you need it, he would always tell you that he will describe the story and tell you how by now it should have been this, should have been that, because he spent millions then and was actually hoping the deal would click off. So me myself, I've actually gotten to understand now that now you saw how that his own story went in, right? You saw how it is. Now if the other guy now spoke to you, now he will only tell you about an agent that tried shipping goods never even land. You don't wait in they talk to the agent. The agent tell him give me money. Just imagine that. And then if you listen to whoever says that, you would support him. But what you will not know is that he constantly told my uncle, go ahead, ship it. So I'm going to balance this and Sam, okay. So I'm going to send this and Sam, okay, no problem. Once you get here, I'll pay you. You know, May insurance, by Apple insurance now, we've been having goods, it's been going through to our friend. Now today we will not do insurance where the goods could capsize. And then that was the date capsized. And that was the day he now said he doesn't concern him anymore. So I mean, when you take things to social media courts, if they hear the other guy's side of the story, they'll tell him, don't balance the agent anything. No. Is it your fault? Not knowing what really transpired. So me myself, I've actually just learned not to even bother myself explaining. Because like I said, the more you even try to explain, people who are dumb will think you're guilty. I've once taken a camera before, called somebody who said they had issues with me. I said, please let's come online, let us explain your whole transactions, right? You paid for a particular course. Like this guy paid for a particular course there. I think it was a course on FX. He paid a particular course on how to create bots, right? With MT4. And the course was quite explanatory. It was a 1.2 million naira course. He paid for it. And I still said if you have any issues, you can, reach back to me. People had done the course. It's like this was like 2021. That's 2 years ago or thereabouts. He paid for the course. And after a while, he told me he's not a software programmer person. I said, but on the website it says you should know at least little knowledge in Python or Node.js. He said, he just signed up now. Like the way the thing was going that you know what, in a nutshell now that he doesn't want to do it anymore. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, fine. So what would you want me to do now? Because I mean, you've been given the full course. You have gone through it. You're not understanding it. There's nothing I can do. The best thing I can advise you to do is look for a software programmer and tell them to help you do it. He said, my brother, the truth is he doesn't know how to find software programmer. I said, go to Fiverr, go to LinkedIn, search, you can see who you employ, they code it for you. Like me myself, if I want to code that thing for you, I will really charge you. And I'm a very busy person. He said, no problem, proceed, do it. I said, I can't do. He said, how would you do it? 2 or 3 days later, he messaged me and said he just has this course. He feels his money has wasted. He feels so bad. I said, what you have there is a gold mine. It's something you can use to create this bot yourself, this forex trading bot yourself. That just put your eyes now. You learn it before you pay the money. So there's like, say no. That if he knows it's for a course, he's not going to pay 1.2 million naira. How will he pay 1.2 million naira for a course? He thought I would be the one to do it. Ha. No, I don't know. Say this. I don't know. Say story don't they change small now at the beginning. I see they nice. I don't know. Say narration don't they change. I said, no, now, you paid for a course. It was written there, course. Everywhere it was showing course. Where did it say anybody will not sit down and code it for you? You basically paid. They gave you the videos immediately. You paid immediately. They gave you videos teaching you how to do this in yourself. So how come you're not saying they said another thing? If we agree that we'll do it for you, why would I be sending you video tutorials on how to do it yourself? He said he doesn't even know that he was surprised. Ha! Okay, fast forward. He went in, day out. I said, look for some. I said, okay, fine. One day I said, okay, you know what? I will help you do it, right? But I will do it at my own time. So I called him one day on Google Meet and I was trying to explain the whole thing. The next thing I hear is, Chairman. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to explain it. You're trying to code it. You're asking me questions, and so I'm not interested. Yeah, just send me my 1.2. Let me move on with my life and do something else. This whole thing you're saying right now is gibberish. It's not entering my head. I'm not in software program like I told you. And I just feel like I waste money. But no worry, better days ahead. I said, I don't understand what you're saying. You just paid for a course, and I'm here to try to explain it. Let's assume you can understand it in person. I'm here to even answer questions. Why walking you do it? Because you have your own strategy. You want to automate. He said, see, chairman, say the way you been posting on there, you make it look like say they very easy, just to make money. I said, yeah, that's when you're done with the bot. But creating it might be a bit stressful because you have to put in the codes and model up your strategy. He said, I just want my money back. So I will send you my account details now, right? You just send me back my money. And I told him I won't do that. He said, what? I said, it's my own money care. I said, my own tutorial care. He said, tutorial where I don't understand. I said, that's not what's called. That's not my fault. You don't go to school, you pay school fees, you enter, finish. End of when exams when they come, you go meet school, tell school fees, say, rector, school fees, vice chancellor, I want my money back. Because when lecturers are teaching, it wasn't making sense to me. That I don't understand. It's easy when those things are actually written, but I mean there was a no refund policy on this course. Not to talk about when you've gone through it, so they can understand it. He even told me at one point he gave someone, but the person said, he said the person is turning him around. That the guy is turning him around. I should just help him do this thing. Now it's not going to cost me anything. And I said, you know what, I won't do it for you, but you're going to be online. You're going to follow me up with the process. And that was it. Before he started telling me how he's going to do this, he's going to do that, he's going to pick me. I started wondering how you see why now sometimes I'm being very harsh, right? Like you meet me up and you make a small complaint. Instead of me to beg you and calm you down, I'm being harsh to you. Because I've met very useless people that, my initial calmness made it look like I was actually at the wrong end. The rest of the whole issue is he came online as usual, he posted so many things. The typical Nigerian, everybody was shouting 1.2 million naira for a course. And I'm like, I actually pay for courses even way more than that, but that's not what we want to even go into. And then I watch him and he posted every single damn thing. And most people were calling me, names. They'll come to my social media. They've not heard my own side of the story. Oh. They've not even heard me talk back. Yeah, they just saw transfer and saw where I said received. And now, okay, he showed them where he transferred, and I said received. And then he now screenshotted where he said, I want my money back since this is not working. I don't want to believe this is a scam. And I'm not wondering how you have all the tutorials. The tutor was coming online to teach you, to help you model it. So where is the scam entering from again? He just wants to that I wouldn't want to take this to social media. I would want to post you everywhere. I will post you on all social media platforms. You won't like what I will do to you. Don't just make trouble with me for come on, get out. All the kind of poara. Who as this guy seems you don't even know yourself. For something that we both agree there's a terms and condition. Like you want to not each other made me intimidate. I said I won't. Nah, no, 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 no. You made the place you made mistake was the moment you brought threats. You can do me anything, don't trust me, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. I have this very bad character. Once you threaten me, I am gonna be tough to reason with. Because it simply means you're not feeling you could chicken me up. And I wouldn't want to even come to terms with you, even if I'm supposed to. So you don't do that. And that was it. It came online. People rushed to my social media page. They would go through every one of my pictures. They would say every single thing they would say. And I didn't for once, bring it up. Not until one day one guy came up. He said he's a DSS guy, whichever guy he wants to step into the case. That he wants to meet me if I'm in Abuja. I said, no problem. I said, come to Brooks Lounge. He said, yeah. I said, yeah, come to Brooks Lounge. I'm at Brooks Lounge now because I was even at Brooks Lounge when the call came in. I said, if you can come there, come and see me now because I don't let people come to my house, so you can't come to my house and see me. I said, you want me to come to your office? He said, okay. Can I stay at Brooks Lounge? I said, no problem. I was there for like an hour, about an hour plus, and then I saw somebody coming in. Okay, we met. He said he wants to follow up the case. They are ready to take the case to ICPC. Blah 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 blah. I said you guys should take it up now. You people are talking too much. I don't really like too much talk. If you're filing up a case, you file up a case. There's an office. You send in your legal suits. I don't. He said they want to listen to me first. I should just do a quiet refund. I said quiet refund. After this person has posted me on social media, paid different blogs. People were cursing me, calling me names. They even went like they were even going. through people who I follow to tell them that this person that you're friends with is a thief. Like, yo, he has practically wanted to ruin me. The only thing is everybody just knows. Whenever anybody who knows me, I like, forget about this on that personal business banter. And then I ask him shorted where the thing is, where the guy I told him about the course and I sent it to him. And I called him and I said, I asked this guy about the Google Meet link I sent to him. When we were online, fine. What did he say online? The guy, I was lucky, he did not lie, he explained. Then the guy who said it was a DSS guy went through the whole thing. He said, can you show me anybody who has also gone through this course without an issue? I brought about 4 people. He went through them. They said they will call them. I said, you can't call any of my customers. I said, that's invasion of privacy. What the fuck do you mean? You're meeting me the tutor. You want to now go through my student's record. You now want to invite my friend, go to court if you want to do investigation. Don't squan is am I do I look like one petty boy you would not pick up on the streets? I was not calling on my customers. Someone is already there. He paid for a course. He said his head is too blocked. He cannot understand it. You now want to meet in the intelligent ones. So now tell them that somebody whose head is blocked is asking for a refund. So you now start putting refund in the mind of even the ones who did not, pay for. Is that how you? I don't understand. So even the ones who learn now will not start lying that they did not learn just so they can get back their money back. Or the ones who have bought, maybe they're hoping maybe they'll go and learn it some other time whenever they're free, whenever they're a chance. Will not start saying, so there's a way of getting back my 1.2 man. Let me just pray. I say you can't do that. I say take me to court. He said, I say you can't. The only thing you should ask me for is my office address. You pay to the company's account, right? He said, fine. That's now I even do crypto. I don't even have strength for Nigeria bank account and all that. And then they left. I waited for the court case. They said they're going to file up a court case. I didn't hear from the guy. The guy came up again. Said, bro. I said, you called me bro. You were in communication with me, and I blocked him because that's one word I will never take if anybody calls me bro. And then, funny enough, he now took that particular block. I blocked him. Went online to start pressing charges. I've blocked him. Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, after this one. Oh, that anywhere I see him, I should run. I didn't make any move. Waited, we stayed. He posted more. People started talking and talking and talking and talking. And then one day I got very much upset and I just told him, you know what, if you don't want to press charges, I'll press charges. I did the first charges, pressed him, charged him up, told him he should come with his lawyer. I forwarded the details to the lawyer, the terms and condition and every single thing. Only for the lawyer to now reply me back and say, okay, fine, they're not going to be taking the case up anymore. That I should just pick up a date when I'll be available to code the thing or help put him through. If possible, they could even pay more if I can do the both. I said 1 second, I will never unblock him. I will never listen to him. I would never make 1 second available to this idiot anymore. For him to go extra mile to try to rubbish me because of whatever he feels. 1 second of my time, he would never in his life see it anymore. It's either he goes back to enroll on that course or he forgets about it. Whatever he has, they said, oh, they will take down all the posts. They'll come back and tell the public that it was a misunderstanding. I said, if you like tell public, I don't tell public. My own is I will keep creating the best services, no matter how much they exploit anybody's mind. I mean, anybody who has sense, if you listen to somebody who knows something, you will know. And if you listen to me, they'll know that fine, whatever I'm saying is what it is. And they would, have whatever transaction they want to have with me. I don't have the strength to say if anything you post online is your business. Nobody has strength to start begging you to take it that. They start feeling special. Post now. Post when you're done with posting. I can help you with that how to post more. And that's how that guy left, right? And I know wherever he is right now, if you ask him about me, he has something bad to tell you. He'll tell you probably, I don't know. So the truth is, you cannot really please everyone. Every single person has, one story about some person, right? Everybody will tell you how their ex was the bad. I've never seen anybody who is bad. It's usually their ex. Somebody who dates 8 people in his life. The 8 entire people are all bad. Is the really right person. All through the 8 relationship, he tells you what everybody does that is bad. It takes time to understand that you might be the earlier this I told you guys I'm the problem in certain things, right? So it's difficult. It takes only strength to know that I could be the fault and not the other person, right? So today, this is one of the longest gists we've had in the history of the Nokia gist. It simply just says put yourself first. You cannot please everybody. If anyone is saying shit about you, don't even bother. If they are posting shit, don't even bother. Just try to keep up your positive energy. Try to stay as afloat as possible as you can. So till next time, this is the gist for 10th of February 2023.